What's going on, you guys? Welcome back to the channel. I'm here with my buddy Young. He works here in Castle Rock at Discount Tire. Instagram is Landlocked Yodas. We have two 3rd gen Tacomas and one 4th gen. So let's kind of talk about his first impressions of a 4th generation Tacoma as a current 3rd gen owner, and we'll start from there.
Yeah, so guys, Toyota did it, man. My first impression, first time for me actually taking a look at the truck, other than online, and I'll tell you what, man, Toyota did it right. When it comes towards the body lines, when it comes towards the interior, everything's right on point. The interior lines are great, the features are great, the tech is great. Everything that we have all done as 3rd gen owners in the aftermarket community, they've pretty much put it in this whole thing. 360 camera, you got the front camera, rear camera. It's a solid build, absolutely solid. Super excited for my boy Jace here with Ghost TRD. Excited to see what he's going to be able to get done to this thing.
Okay, so speaking of aftermarket things, you have a lot of aftermarket stuff on your 3rd gen Tacoma.
Yeah.
So let's kind of compare the two on this completely stock 4th gen and a modified 3rd gen.
Yeah, absolutely. So you guys know that the 3rd gen comes factory 31s, as the 4th gen comes to factory 32s. So with that, obviously more space in the wheel wells. The big thing with mine, I had to do a 2.5-inch lift in the front, 1.5 in the back to be able to get 33s fit on that. That also comes with it, you guys know, the cab mount chop, as well as a very minor Viper cut to get that to fit. As with the 4th gen with the factory 32s, you can pretty much fit 33s right off the bat, and very minimal changes needed to be able to run the 35s. So yeah, a lot less work. Again, Toyota, I think they really put in mind and to the aftermarket community to be able to modify this vehicle to fullest extent without having to do too much to it.
With the aftermarket scene, it's going to be a lot easier to throw 35, even 37-inch tires on the new Tacoma. I don't know how the powertrain is going to hold up to 37s, but I'm pretty sure 35s are going to be no issue for this thing. So that's what we're going to do today. We're going to show you guys the process of fitting 35-inch tires and how it looks on the Tacoma. All right, guys, now we have a set of 35 12.5 with a 17-inch wheel. It's a Method race wheel. It's a 17 by 8.5 with a 0 offset. Take a look at that offset. Completely stock suspension. This is full droop with the 35. Let's go over what you need to do to fit this. This is now seated on the ground. This is stock ride height, stock suspension. Nothing's done with the suspension. This is how the 35 looks and fits. Check out that 0 offset from the fender. Has a really nice poke to it. A little too much for me, but it looks sweet. So here's the turning radius with 35s. Crank it. So you do hit right here, very minimal trimming. It does hit the bracket on the body mount. Crank it to the driver or passenger side, and it does hit the fender just a tiny bit right here. So you'd have to cut right here, go all the way down, just like a very minor Viper cut, you could say. but very minimal trimming to fit 35s. All right, here's a quick look at full droop in the rear with 35s. Now we're about to drop it. That's your ride height with 35s in the rear.